Hello, everybody. It is currently 5:30, so yeah, here we go. It's been a while since I've been live on Twitch or have done any form of development stuff live on Twitch. I do apologize for that. I am very, very sorry, but I haven't been live on Twitch in about 2 weeks. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I don't remember if I'm allowed to capture Visual Studio. I do have it open, per se. I don't know if XSplit will let me capture it. I'm just closing stuff out that I don't need open at the moment, because I know that it's going to be a tedious moment. So anyway, oh yeah, XSplit is right here. We're going to. Where's the there? Yeah, so I don't know if it'll let me open it or like let me show it, but yeah, it's gonna say I can't open or I can't do it. See? So basically all I'm trying to do is figure this out here. Window capture. See, it will show it, but at the same time it won't show it. Actually, we need to just, let me look. Yeah, it's not going to show it. Well, anyway. So anyway, let's talk about what I'm planning on doing. So I'm basically going to end up creating a web application that has showcased every game I've worked on. Whether it be RPG Maker, Unity, Unreal. I want to have a very specific portfolio to show off every game that I've worked on. Because I'm already doing a professional like programming portfolio, which would show off everything that I've done that involves programming. So anything that involves front or back end programming, C#, ASP, Java, C++, which I haven't touched a C++ application in a while, so let's get started. So I wish I could show Visual Studio, but apparently it won't let me show it on the stream, so we're just gonna have to deal with it for now and make use of what we have. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I've already created folders that have the script. I have a scripts folder which would house the CSS scripts and the JavaScripts, the various JavaScript files and CSS files that we will be using, and also a web pages folder. I will not be making a single page application because I don't know enough about ASP, believe it or not, to make a single page application. And I'm going to work on that eventually. But this is going to be a little for fun project that I do live here on Twitch. So of course, the first thing we need to do in order to actually make a application is we need to figure out, okay, what do we need in order to make this application tick? So the first thing that we need, and I haven't created yet, is the database. What tools am I going to use for the database? Now, the fun thing about Visual Studio and not Visual Studio, I should say, but the thing with, I believe this is a .NET application, so, this isn't good. I'm going to make sure I have the right application submitted, the right application selected, so I'm going to just make sure that it is, in fact, what I think it is, because I want to do work with .NET Core, but again, so I'll do this. We will then name it. We will put it in a new folder in my D drive. I'm actually going to put it in a separate ASP related folder. I'm going to call it Silverless ASP Store. It's not going to be a store. I just had to come up with a name for the folder. I'm going to be using the .NET framework because it is something that I'm familiar with, and it's something that I know the entire, well, I shouldn't say the entire, but I know how it works well enough to make a functioning web application. This won't include Angular or anything like that. Even though people do recommend using Angular as a front end, I don't know. I'm just going to get to work on it. So, of course, people will be like, well, you didn't, you didn't.
And usually there's also a little billboard. Usually there's
So, yeah. So, you can add folders, model view, and we'll do a web API. I'm actually going to create a unit testing as well. I'm just going to do model view and MVC and web forms for the time being. Okay, we're going to make sure it's up and running. We've got app data, app start. So we have routing. So yeah, this would just be routing. Okay, that makes sense. Controllers, models. Yeah, there are no data sources. So we have to create one right off the top of our head. And typically the tech that I use, or the databases that I use, consist of, let me get it pulled up here. I'm going to actually attempt to use MS, I think it's like MS, I think it's MS SQL, Microsoft. Yeah, I'm going to use what I'm familiar with these projects. So for this, we're going to use SQL Management, or SQL Server Management Studio. And I'm using version 18.10, and I will connect. For reasons that I'm just not going to share my screen for this because there are a lot of, I don't know if it would be best practice to do so, especially on something like this. So we're going to call this games. So yeah, first thing we need to do here is I'm actually going to create a new table. And we're going to say game ID. Shoot, I forget. How do we do in this? It's been a while. So hold on. Properties. regular data identity column. There is something we have to do, I just don't remember how to do it. Yeah, because I have to somehow be able to set it, set primary key. So it doesn't allow nulls. Let's see. So I wouldn't even do a numeric for this. I kind of want, like, I'm not going to do 1, 2, 3 because I'm assuming an nchar would be good enough. Game underscore name. And this I'm going to put as a varchar. Varchar. That should be enough. Release date. I forgot to, oh Christ. Release underscore date. Which we will then, I know that you can do date time in this. So we're going to go date, time, which these two should also not be null. I'm going to go to the game ID and see if I can do allow, no, database default, collation, data type, length. Yeah, so the ID will be a string because the project names are all going to be unique. The ID is what I would consider the project name. And people will be like, game name, project name, isn't that the same thing? Not how I do it. The project name is a code name to me. So we've got release date, we've got, is there anything else I'm looking for? Rating. And I should actually specify that this is game rating. Like, I'm not saying like review score, that would be a whole nother column. That should not be null because storefronts don't allow it. Storefronts do not allow for a, oh, I didn't, change the table name to finished games. So now let's refresh and then see if it's ready to go. I forget how, oh, we don't have to execute, wait, what? I thought we did. Table. Oh, no. Yeah, so there we go. It's been a while. I wish I could save this, open this as a script and then save it, but I don't think I can execute it. Yeah, I haven't figured this out. Even though I don't know how to run this. View finished games, properties window. Yeah, this is gonna be a pain. Because, like, I think what I ended up doing was doing a table creation script here. But schema, DBO. It's been a really long time since I've done anything like this in MS SQL. God, no, that's not what I want to do, but I'm going to make sure that... Yeah, so it shows up under table, but I'm not finding it anywhere. New. Table. Why did I do that? No. Don't save. Let's check for an update really quick. Okay, it's up to date. Game score. Wait, whoa. Release date. Game. This should be rating. Rating. I just went against my own schema here where we do the space and we save. Can I not, like, run this in any way? Oh, no. It's not connected to anything. It's really not. I guess. Refresh. So I go to table. There, it's there. So, a lot of the tables I'm going to use actually have... Oh, I didn't realize that it was sitting there. So since this is basically a little mock website that I'm creating, or a web application that would kind of show what I've made, and so, and then could I do title, screen, and then we could do a blob, because I think you have to do blob is not a type. There's bit, there's geometry, geography, hierarchy, ID, image. Let's try an image. And again, I go against my own naming schema with that. So we're gonna have a few tables actually. We're gonna have finished games, in development games, Actually, no, we could just use this one table. I think for now. Let's start with the one table for now. And I'll work with it. Shoot, it's been a while. So, with that information, so we know we need at least one, so I like to do a table view. And since for the user it's going to be read-only, there's going to be no actual CRUD operation necessary. Anything new on Twitch right now? Nothing. Because I'm boring, but, you know. I'd rather do this because I actually kind of enjoy this, and I haven't done anything like this in a while. So basically, all I had to do was save the table creation script and then refresh the database. So yeah, we've got game ID, game name, release date, game rating, and title screen. And most of the time, I can pull from the website. And yeah, this is going to be your game ID is going to be the primary key. So what I mean by like it's going to be an N char instead of like an int is because for me, just looking at my past, I've always referred to Project Nightmare as PNM. And when I was referring to an InDev build, it'd be PMND in the file name. So the folder would be named PMND, Project Nightmare Development. So yeah. Anyway. Oh, good lord, it's dark in here. It is dark in here, guys. It's almost 6 o'clock and it's dark in here. Let me go turn on a light. I will be right back. Is that an empty screen? Yeah, it is. Alright, we're back. Hold on, give me a minute. Yeah. Hello. We're back. So, yeah, so I already know what we need for the table in terms of column width or columns, and I think most of that is can be taken care of graphically. But there is something I need to just double check here, because I am gonna write some unit tests for this because it just seems like it'd be a good idea. Okay, there is a test solution that was automatically generated. So I'm genuinely curious, you know. Add. Can I not add? Like, I have to add the data source. I know that for a fact. Add new data source. Why can I not add a data source? It's been so long, I don't remember how I can. Yeah, because this is what I think it is. So I know I have connect to database. Um, I'm just gonna make sure that it is working. It's been a while for me to actually like work with servers because you do have to add the connection, but I don't think it's gonna pull anything. So I'm curious now. I am actually curious because it's been quite some time. I wonder if I have to change to a database file, and then I get to go to this PC. Still have to go back. I think it's gonna be somewhere in here. Not that one. I think it's the folder above. 80, 90. Shared. Where the hell are those saved? I forget where they're automatically, like, they're saved on the machine somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. There's com, but that's not it. Local DB. That's not it. Where the hell are they? I don't know where they're saved. Nope, that's a DLL. Client SDK. Oh. Hold on, let me do some research. Yeah, it has been a while for me. So MSSQL server connection. Click the continue button. Yeah, I just need to know how to. Yeah. Oh, they're doing the long way of they're making the connections manually. Because it's so easy to do it, and like it seems easier to do it in .NET Framework than .NET Core, but .NET. Yeah, they have Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, maybe I just gotta let it sit for a little bit. Let me try that again. Because I really don't know. I have to go to that one, and I think it's this one. Indicates the name of the database. Oh, good lord. I think I've made Visual Studio very, very angry. And people will be like, well, haven't you done this before? Yes, I have. It has been a few years, by the way. I haven't touched C# and MSSQL in the same application for many, many years. It feels like it's been many years. Restart the program, please. Oh, God. I made it very angry. So yeah, I'm just restarting the program. I do have the extensions and stuff to actually do use databases, and we have to add a connection. I'm not using that one. I think it's going to be the server name. We're going to refresh. We're going to give it a few minutes. We're going to talk really about this. So for anybody wondering, like, why isn't he sharing his screen? Because I don't know if it'd be a good thing to do. Literally because the database is on my local machine. Can I open? Actually, I have to add. Can I add an existing project? Where is it? Oh, wrong drive. I forgot. Like, I just don't see my ASP folder I created. Oh, can I not add? Yeah, because this is, never mind. Never mind, I am silly. I was gonna try and do something, see if I could add the... Yeah, it didn't pull anything, I figured. So, now I have to go back and change it. ODBC data source. Where the hell is it? Browse. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not sure where the MS SQL database. Yeah, that's what I figure. Like, wait, what? Yeah, so I have to look up for... Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. I think I found my answer. It's gonna be in here. It's gonna be down in program files, unless it's SQL. Don't think it's that one. Where's our program? Check our program files. Hyper-V, Intel, Java, Microsoft SQL Server, Brus 001. What? Contact the file owner or an administrator. But I am the administrator. I would think. So it wouldn't be under bin. Yeah, it's saying I don't have permission to open this file. What the fun? Yeah, because I know it's potentially... I know what it is. Like, I've had to work with it before. So... Yeah, it says master.mdf, file is in use. You don't have permission to open this file. That's a weird error I really don't think I've had before. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know. It's starting to make me angry. I may end up using something else. Let me try this instead. Instead of using, yeah, because I was, yeah, file is already in use. Hold on. Let me try this again. Oh boy. New or existing. Boom, boom. Is it because... Oh, hold on a minute. Hold it. Let me copy. Let me do my magic here. Let me try something. Put it in there. Continue. Yes. It's not open. Don't lie to me. It's not open. Doesn't look like it's open. What the fuck? I'm having issues. Yeah, I might have to make a quick MySQL database. Because I know it does have that option. I was just actually looking at that. So I'm gonna open up my SQL workbench. I do believe, I'm not even sure what my password. Oh, I know. Wait a minute, never mind. I know. So we've got games. We've got no table. Create table. Oh, Lord. Game ID. Game ID. Which will be varchar. No, that's not what I wanted. Game ID. Yeah, varchar. Which I'm gonna put as unique. What? Okay, we'll do an int then. Game ID. Unique. Auto increment. Hell, we'll do that. New table column 1. Game name. Game underscore name. Varchar. Game. We'll go release date. Which I think all of these are gonna be not null. For the love of all that is holy, though. Like, the reason I'm picking those to be not null is because in a database, primary keys are going to be not null by default. I'm going to then go from this to a date, time, And then we have game rating. That also cannot be null. Wait, did I did that on accident. Delete selected, and we're good to go. So released games. And bada boom. Database is now finished. Okay. Or the one table in our database is now finished. The reason I'm using a database, for those that don't understand why I need a database, and well, yes, it's gonna be a fake store. I'm not gonna put it out for release. I'm literally gonna just make it to make it. And it'd be a fun experience for me to learn about a lot more about ASP. I'm probably gonna use ASP and Razor compared to ASP Angular because, well, yes, Angular is popular. I think I want to get experience with both. I've never worked with Razor before, so it's going to be unique. So with that being said, I do believe we apply this, and we apply, and we can finish. Right? So let's just make sure our schemas are updated here. Our table is there. Okay. Now that is done. Server name. Released games. Actually, that's just a schema. Actually, I wonder if this could be null. I know that it's root. MSI is not allowed to connect to this MySQL server. What? That's not right. That can't be good. Advanced. I am not doing that. Last time I did something like that, other. Okay, what's the difference between well, yeah, because it is a MySQL database. Let me see. I can figure this out. This is the fun part, is now I get to try and connect. So, server. Oh, connection name. Would that be the server name is just the connection name? I don't know. I've never connected to this using. Oh boy. I think it broke. Unable to retrieve list of databases. I want to test the connection. Unable to. No such host is known. What the hell? How can I find the connection name? So apparently it's running. Okay. Host. Oh boy. I got to do some research. MySQL server name is localhost. Oh yeah, because it's, for those that know about MySQL, it runs on port 3306. Ha! We did it! We now have a data connection. But it will say there are no server tables. Please confirm. Oh boy. I get to do some more installation. So, something you should always consider. So I'm going to do that really quick, and people will hear a lot of, well, I don't know, because we're going to modify I didn't want to modify nothing. Well, I need that. Add. We need the connector net. And I'm going to go connect 8.0. And we're going to go with that one. Okay. So, the only reason... Yeah, it's going to be like, oh, you have to... ready to install. So, something that I'm going to recommend is don't do what I'm doing. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to do this, and then just make sure you have it installed. Let me guess. I think everything's ready to be uploaded. Or not uploaded, upgraded. So, yeah, now it was there! It is there! Oh my god, do I have to restart via Visual Studio? Oh boy, I wouldn't be surprised if I had to. So, let me restart it, and we'll see if I fucked everything over. Okay. Server Explorer. It should be there. But it's gonna take a while to fucking load. And people will be like, why aren't you doing anything? Oh boy. MySQL for Visual Studio configuration update required. Yes. Oh boy. I'm gonna fucking close this then, because it might ask me to close it anyway. So yeah, don't do what I'm doing. Don't like go through and have all your stuff worked out ahead of time. So I was going to do MS SQL, but please restart affected versions of Visual Studio to take effect. Okay, now we can truly try and get started, and people will be like, well, I mean, you'll have a users table. Like, if you really want to go through all the hassle of creating a full web application, I'm probably going to do front operations because I can. So now Server Explorer. It's gonna say it's not responding. Yep. How did I guess? It literally stopped responding. But yeah. It should be reconnected. Okay, now it's connected. So of course the only table we have is the released games, game ID, game name, release date, game rating. So if we go to data sources, it's not going to show up there. No commands available. Even though the data sources are there. It is there, right? Data connections, servers, MSI, refresh. Well then why doesn't it show up in my connect to server? I wonder if it shows up when it doesn't do that. So I may have to do well, the first thing we're gonna do is I wonder if I can I'm gonna have to start over again because I'm gonna have to I'm gonna create a folder for web pages. And the first thing we're gonna do, the first thing I always do when I create a new page is create a new web form and call it index. So do remember that the index, I thought I heard something. The index is the first page a user will typically see on a website. So and I can't show you guys Visual Studio because for whatever reason, it's like, you want to capture that window? Yeah, no, you can't. I'm sorry. So let's go through how this works. I didn't realize that the MySQL server name on the machine is localhost. I didn't know that. Didn't know that, but anyway, the joys of using. So we'll say Silverless Arts Store. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to just save it. Okay. Let's go into our body. Let's go into our form. Actually, let's go into our header here and say nav. So now we get to create an anchored UL with the ID of nav list. And I'm probably doing things the most archaic way possible, but from there, now we go into an OL, an ordered list. Uh-oh, it's giving me a green squiggly. What is this? OL cannot be... Okay. So, we have to go, I believe it's... We have to go with an OL here instead of a UL. An ordered list... Oh, good lord. We can't do an anchor tag? No, I think we have to do... Ooh, what is this? So many things I've never heard of before. I've heard of a list view, a list box. Is it a panel that I'm looking for? I think we have to do run at. I don't know if this is how we want to do it. Considering that ASP is basically a glorified, or is basically glorified HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, I wonder if I can get away with doing not access data source, nav, no. I didn't want that. And people are like, well, you should know how to do this since you've worked with it, allegedly. Honestly, I don't know if this is something we talked about back in college. ASP list view localize. Wait a minute, I could do all of this in the design view. Go to toolbox. Go to, I think we have to do drop down list, file, upload, image, image button, image map, label, link button, list box, literal, localize, multi-view, radio button, list, substitution, table, text box, view, wizard, data. Okay, so now it's going into the data. I want a menu for sure. Because this is what I wanted. Edit menu items. We're gonna say, can I change the new item text to home? And then we're gonna add up finished games, and then just to be nice, I do remember working with menu bars now. It works a little different. Home, I'd have to change our. So our text will be upcoming games. So we already know that the navigate URL for the page would be our index.aspx. That's not bad. Pop out image URL, selectable true, selected false, target, text. Okay, that looks right. And since we don't have everything made yet, we can't edit the menu items to have the proper navigation. So, of course, we don't even have a table for the upcoming games yet. So, in reality, so here's how it's going to work. The database that I've created using MySQL will have records of every game I have completed that is playable. That is playable. I wonder if I can. So I can't add a data source. Actually, I could, but I wonder if I could add it. Oh boy, I get to generate table script, new query, retrieve data. Ooh. Ooh, I see how this is gonna work. This is gonna be fun to try and... Yeah, I don't know why I can't pull the data from... like I can't use the data source. So I'm gonna have to create a... What the hell? Boom. No, I want that right there. So then I will say, hello, and welcome to my store. Hello and welcome to my store. I'm gonna put some CSS on this later. So there is a few more folders that I need. I'm actually gonna look at the ASP.NET folders because as I continue to work on this, I'm going to... I don't want to build the solution yet. I don't want to build the solution. There's been no classes created. So we're going to add app code, app browsers, local resources, app browsers, app themes. So I'm just for the ease of use, I'm going to call this one scripts, which will contain... I'm going to create subfolders because I'm me. I like having my CSS and JavaScript separate, or my scripts and design separate. So we've got the scripts are the CSS and JS scripts. CSS scripts are just mainly for design and the look. JS scripts will be the client-side functionality. Because I'm curious. I'm gonna look this up. Cannot add data source to ASP.NET framework app. Framework. Dum-dum. Yeah, I can't even add it at all. Okay, data source configuration. So yeah, they can pull up the data source configuration wizard. I can't even do that based in my application. So we will go, before I fucking move on, I'm going to add, there should be a data source, new data source. Yeah, it's not gonna let me do that for whatever reason. Like, it's not even letting me, so... I'm gonna go... I should actually go make sure I know I have it, though. That's the problem. Like, I know I have the required plugins for Visual Studio to actually let me do data source manipulation. Well, I'm just gonna double check. Again, that's what I want right there. I want to modify Azure Development, .NET, Node.js, Python, other tool sets, right frickin' there. Why is it not working? Data storage and processing. What the fuck? Why is it not working? Like, it's not letting me add anything. Even though I'm why am I getting stuff for .NET Core? I'm using .NET Framework. Even though I did that, Microsoft. Like, I wish I could show you guys. I'm not kidding. Literally, I go to like data sources and it says no data sources available for this project. There are no data sources to show in the selected project. SQL Server. Connected database. This is getting frustrating. Oh boy. Oh, I made it angry again. Joy. Server name. Oh, it's already there. What the hell? But it's not gonna let me, like... There's Server Explorer. There are no data sources to show. Debug test alias. Oh, this is so irritating. So bad. I hate it. Literally, I have everything. Oh my god, I'm hating this. Like, well, I shouldn't say I'm hating this. I'm just like, I can't even add a data source to my project. Because that's all it does. That is all it does to me is... Alright, let's do some more research as to why I can't do that. There are no... Okay, I'm gonna actually get the actual message and then try and see if I can figure it out. Okay, data sources. There are no data sources to show for the selected project. That is 2009, so that might be a little... I am using .NET Framework for ASP. Oh, Christ. Christ alive. I want to scream right now. Because right now I'm going to just create a project and call it Data Sources Test. ASP. People are like, well, why are you using .NET Framework? .NET Core is easier. It's like, or .NET Core is more flexible. Okay, let me go to my data sources. I can't add anything. Hold on. Is there a way more? Repair. I'm going to repair it quick, see if anything happens, because it is... Oh, no it's not. I'm literally just trying to figure out this issue, because if I can't add that in to the... Okay, where's my... So if I can't add that in, you know, it's a broken... I don't know, it's like, because what we used to be able to do and what we would do in college is we just go to the data sources tab, click add new data source, and we could literally pick, like, what do you have for a data source? You know, what do you want your connection string to be? You know, but I'm literally having an issue where those options are grayed out. I can't do anything until I know for sure that it works. I can't continue to work on it. And it's kind of frustrating, because I'd like to get somewhere on it tonight. And people will be like, well, you don't have data in there anyway. You're right, I don't. I could at least design everything based on the specifications, but I'd like to make sure I have all the data sources imported before I even remotely attempt anything. So basically I get to sit through the entire download. So instead of boring you guys with that by talking, you know, well, I'm still going to talk about things for a little bit. So why ASP instead of something like Java and Angular or something else, HTML and CSS and JavaScript? Because ASP always seems to be a lot less cumbersome. You don't have to have a separate C# application to run your project. But I've seen solutions online that are like, oh, we can use ASP.NET and Angular. Which, okay, cool. But I want to learn more about ASP itself, because, again, I learned the bare, like, enough to make an application in college. And I'm literally doing everything I can, and I'm using a solution that I can call my own by actually making a store. Like, I'm not going to host it anywhere, I just want to make it to actually get that up and running. And just say, hey, this is what I made. So, the whole goal of this project for me is to try and figure out, okay, how am I going to do this? And I know no actual development has taken place because I'm trying to debug an actual issue I'm having with VS and C#. So with that being said, I will be right back in a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. So, how is my update doing? Still at 8%, huh? Oh boy, it sounds like this thing's about to take flight or something. So, I think with that being said, an hour and 18 minutes is enough of me going live. So, we'll see you guys later. Bye!